Okay, my name's Drew, and we'll be taking a quick tour of Dropbox, which is a better way of keeping your important stuff synchronized across your PCs. And what makes Dropbox different is that it just works, meaning that there's no complicated setup or configuration. And if you're familiar with development tools, Dropbox is kind of like taking Subversion and rsync and making them easy to use. So here we'll walk through a concrete example. And so I just got a new laptop, and I've got some important files on my desktop that I like to keep synchronized across both machines. And to set up Dropbox, all you really have to do is install the application, which I did a moment ago, and then link it to an account. So I typed in my information there, and it brings me to this web interface where I can see recent changes to the files in my Dropbox. And I can actually get the files directly. So in addition to synchronizing files across PCs, Dropbox also securely backs them up and synchronizes them to the web. So you can click on any of these files and it does what you'd expect in case you're not at one of your computers. And as far as the Windows interface, it looks like a normal Windows folder except for these green and blue icons indicating whether or not the file's up to date. And Dropbox is done pulling down all of my stuff. And an important idea behind Dropbox is that it fits into the way you already work and synchronizes your files continuously. So I can make a change to a document, so like this text document, and I'll hit save, and actually the change will take effect just as quickly as it can be sent over my internet connection. So if I refresh the page, it'll indicate the change. And it even extends to another computer, so I've got my desktop right here, and if I open that file, I can make a change on my desktop and have it reflect on my laptop. So I'll do that on my desktop here. And when I come back to my laptop, you'll notice there's this notification indicating that the file's been changed, and when I reopen the file, you'll notice this text has changed, and here's a change for my desktop. And likewise, the web interface will change. In addition to this continuous sync behavior, Dropbox also archives past versions of each file. So you can click this revisions option and sort of go back in time. So here's the version we were just looking at, and here's the version we first saved, and so on. And in addition to revision control, there's also some rich sharing features. So one example is this public folder. And every file in your public folder, you just save it there, and it gets an internet link associated with it. So I'll do that one more time. You can copy any link location of a file in your public folder, and you can put this in an IM window or send it in an email as opposed to clogging someone's email box with a huge attachment. And so it works with files of any size. In addition, there are shared folders called workspaces. I won't be able to get to those right during this demo, but one more thing I want to show you is that Dropbox is very efficient about the way it handles changes to files. So it only sends the pieces of files that change. So other tools might do this with text, but here we'll do it with a binary file. So there's this picture, and if I make a small change to the picture, so I'll pick this gross pink color here and change a portion of the image. It's a little hard to visualize, but digging under the hood, I can show you that Dropbox only sends the piece of the file that changed. So this saves over 90% of the bandwidth, as the patch is 10% of the size of the original file. And it will continue to store these sort of differential changes. And you can see that what is transmitted is much smaller than the original file. And you can also see that these changes are reflected immediately. Okay. So this makes it feasible to work with files that are gigabytes in size, even if you have a comparatively slow internet connection. And with that, we'll wrap up. And the service is currently in private beta, but if you'd like to check it out, please visit getdropbox.com and you can sign up. Thanks.